Hello and welcome to our first ever virtual open house for humanities. My name is Amy Johnson and I am an English teacher and reading specialist at LT. In the humanities program, I teach the reading as well as sometimes I'll teach a little English or I will switch around with world history. I've been at LT since 2001 and I've been teaching since 1996.
My name is Nick Masciola, and this is my, I'm trying to count, 10th year at LT, and then I believe my 9th year in the humanities program. I'm the head English teacher, and I also teach English in the afternoon classes. And I also help out with the SAT, ACT prep courses.
Hi, my name is Maria Ricker. This is my 8th year at LT and 7th year in the humanities program. I teach world history all day long, and in addition to world history, I am also involved at LT as a soccer coach for the girls in the spring, and then I also do a couple clubs as well.
Hi, my name is Darragh McDermott, and I'm an English teacher. This is my 4th year at LT and my 4th year in the humanities program. While I teach English all day, I do have a really unique and special role within the humanities program where I can be in all 3 classes and work and co-teach with Ms. Ricker, Mr. Masciola, or Mrs. Johnson. I can work with small groups of students, and I'm also the communication point person. So you'll be hearing a lot from me this year. Besides teaching, I also am the girls' head gymnastics coach.
So we are going to walk you through a short presentation. Let me go ahead and get it set up here, and then we will begin.
So as Ms. McDermott mentioned, communication is going to be extra important this year. So on the left-hand side of the screen, you see the email addresses for the 4 classroom teachers. And then we also have 2 paraprofessionals who help us out tremendously, and we'll walk through later on and talk about what their roles are. These email addresses can be found on our course calendar, which is linked through our Canvas page. So what is humanities and why does it benefit your students? So first of all, it's an integrated approach to learning. So typically history, English, and reading would be taught separately. And so we have sort of combined these courses to provide a unique experience for your students. This also allows for a lot of individualized instruction because of the way that the program is formatted and because of the way we all work together. It's also unique because it provides direct reading instruction in all classes to improve student achievement. Most students get reading skills taught in a typical English class, but not to the extent and not to the level that they will get in the humanities program. And then finally, we also have the opportunity to focus on cultural and 21st century literacy skills. So the goals of integrating, number one, it provides us the opportunity to really create a rigorous academic environment. We all work together, all 4 teachers plan together, so we are able to design an experience that's very unique, but that also pushes and challenges teachers. We also make connections between the courses, and that doesn't always happen in a typical school setting. An English teacher and a history teacher might never cross paths, and we might not know what they're working on, but in this course, like I said, we plan together, we design this curriculum together, and so we know how to basically merge the various classes. We also get to provide a lot of academic interventions with multiple people teaching multiple classes. We are able to provide individualized instruction. We can work with smaller numbers of students and have a much better student-teacher ratio. And then we can also pull kids aside for extra help. We can help them stay organized. So we have the time and the resources to do a variety of interventions that other classes don't get to do. And then also the improved communication, having one person who's in charge of contacting home, sending out weekly newsletters and things like that will help keep you in the loop and know what's going on. So the benefits of our daily structure. So typically in regular school circumstances, all the classes are scheduled in a 3-hour block. This year, because of the extended time, because of 75-minute class periods, we're essentially in like a 4.5-hour block. So the students are fully immersed in the humanities classes and the curriculum almost all of Tuesday and Thursday. So this gives us opportunities for flexible scheduling, flexible grouping, more time for them to work directly with us. We will sometimes merge classes together. So English and reading might combine for a lesson, or reading and history might combine for a lesson, and we can put students in various sized groupings to benefit them.
So the humanities program really incorporates reading skills into world history and into English. I developed the reading class in 2001 to meet the needs of freshmen in particular who were dealing with some difficulties in text reading, nonfiction reading, and so very much in humanities, we focus on nonfiction reading skills. There are a variety of assessments that I will use with your students this year to figure out where they are at the moment, figure out what they need. I'll use that to design my instruction. I will assess them after they've received instruction to figure out if they have mastered skills, if we need to do some reteaching. As Mr. Masiola mentioned, we are really lucky in that we have 4 teachers, we have 2 paras, so we are able to do small groups. For example, in our first unit with Main Idea, we'll do a pre-assessment, and then I'll group students based on their proficiency at that point. We may have students who are on level, we might have a group who's below level, we might have a group, every year it seems we have a group who's above level. And so with this sort of individualized instruction, using the teachers and using the paras, we're able to provide remediation, we're able to provide enrichment, and we're really able to help students grow in comprehension and fluency and vocabulary.
So as this has been mentioned, and you will probably hear it again, we are very integrated, our 3 classes. And one of the ways that we do this is by having the same 7 units or themes throughout first and second semester. So students are not learning about topics in history that they won't hear about in English, which might be something in another class like at LT that their classes will never cross over or never share content. So they get to hear things in English that they then hear in reading that they hear in history. And we'll use an essential question each unit to help them explore things in a deeper, more meaningful way. And then at the end of each quarter, there will be a project that helps them explore this question, explain their understanding of it, their knowledge, and they'll be able to do these in like a variety of different and creative ways. So here are our 7 themes for first and second semester. So currently we've been doing a lot of introductory work and setting them up with technology and getting to know each other. So we're going to really start diving into this first unit, the power of perception, and then we'll continue with the units all the way up until the end of the school year.
At LT, we have different technology that we've already been using this year, and your students have become very familiar with our Canvas and our G Suite. For Canvas, we actually just have 1 page, and that's for all 3 humanities courses. So this should make it a lot easier for students to access our course materials and find our calendar. On our calendar, it has 2 different sections. Besides dividing it by class, there are synchronous in-class links. So it might be a link to a website or a video or a story or some resource that we're using while we're in class. And then there's asynchronous work to prepare for the next session. So that might be reading or writing or watching a video that they'll need to watch on their own time outside of class in order to prepare for our next Zoom. On Canvas, we also have different modules that are organized by class, where we'll put resources in there for students to go back and find a little bit easier than on the class calendar while they're working on different projects or preparing for some of our assessments. Our G Suite that we have access to, that we have our docs, slides, forms, and drawing, and among a couple other. We are helping students stay organized digitally, and this is how we are working online. As a parent or guardian, you are able to view our Canvas page. And so this will definitely help you support your students at home. And if you'd like to be a parent of a Canvas user, we've sent instructions, but you can be an observer. And as much as you'd like to read what we're doing in class, or maybe participate in the discussion, or even write the papers we assign, you won't necessarily be able to do so, but you will be able to observe and see what's going on in our classes.
So each quarter, we're going to be focusing on different skills. In history, for example, we really focus on argumentative writing, or writing claims statements and using evidence to support those claims. So this will be a skill that we continue beyond first quarter, but we're really starting to dive into it at the beginning of the year.
So in English, we also do a lot of argumentative writing as well. We use a strategy called ICE, which is introduce, cite, and explain. So it's just the technique for integrating quotations and getting students to use evidence to back up those claims.
In reading, we are going to focus on 2 skills for first quarter. The first being main idea. So that's a bit of a review for most students, but because it is the main idea and it is so prevalent on important assessments like SAT and ACT, those are things we definitely want to cover, as well as questioning. If students can identify the different types of questions, they know how to approach them, they know how to attack them more efficiently and more successfully. So those are the 2 areas on which we'll focus for first quarter. There are many tremendous benefits to having the 3 integrated classes, but one of the most fun benefits to the integration is our ability to provide the students with unique opportunities. In this photo on the left, we actually have some of our archery club sponsors working with the students as part of our Odyssey unit that they do in English. Just as Odysseus had to string his bow and kill the suitors, we have the students out actually shooting bows and arrows, which they enjoy. On the right, we have local treasure, C.D. Ulrich, coming to speak to us as a World War II veteran. We really enjoy taking the students on field trips, having speakers. We know this is a different and unusual year as of right now, and we've already begun discussions about ways we can enrich the students' experience, keep some of these unique opportunities in the curriculum, and how we can make this as meaningful and as exciting as possible for students, even in a remote learning setting.
So we just want to say thank you for coming to this remote presentation. If you do have any additional questions, you can refer to our Canvas page where you can find the syllabus, or you can also always email any of us. We're excited. I know this is, like we've said, a hard way to start the year, but we're already getting to know your students and really enjoying their personalities starting to come out even over the computer.
Yeah, don't hesitate to reach out. We hope to hear from you soon.
We're excited. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.